What's up, YouTube? Coach Jim back with another round of busting cards, and today just want to take a few minutes on a snowy, rainy, icy Sunday. Wherever you guys are, I don't know what it's doing where you're at, but here in Raleigh, it's been a mix. So I know just a little bit west of us got hit with a ton of snow, a little bit east of us and north of us got hit with a ton of snow. We woke up this morning, had a dusting of snow, but we had a bunch of ice. So things are slippery and nasty out, cold. So wherever you are, I hope you're safe. Hope the weather didn't get you too down. And I just thought I'd pop in today and just do a quick video, talk with you guys a little bit about the card show we went to yesterday. What we got there, we'll show you some things we got there and talk about some of that as well. So we did a lot of cool stuff yesterday. And yesterday was kind of a fun day for me because normally when I go to card shows, I'm looking for either specific things for other people or very targeted things for our own collection. But yesterday, I just enjoyed hanging out at the card show. Nothing in general I was looking for. Honestly, it's just kind of a selfish day. I just browsed around, picked up a bunch of random stuff for the PCs. So, you know, you got to take some time for yourself once in a while as well and just focus in on what you're doing. And that's what we did yesterday. So we had a lot of fun. It was a blast. And we got to meet some really cool people yesterday. We'll talk about that as well. But, you know, overall, just a really good day to get out before the snow hits, because it looks like we're going to be locked down for at least a day, maybe a couple. Some of you guys, I saw some of the comments yesterday on the video that I put up last night where I talked about we were supposed to get snow and how little snow it would take to shut us down. And you know, I saw some comments talking about the amount of snow you guys will get in other places, and it's normal. But around here, we don't get a lot of snow where we're at. And I think there's, in the entire state of North Carolina, there's only a handful of trucks, and they keep those on the west side near the mountains. So we only have a truck or two in the area that actually do, you know, what they would consider scraping. We have a lot of personal trucks that ride around, and you know, pickups with ice melt and stuff like that on it that they try to pre-treat the roads. But we're not equipped to handle this stuff. So an inch of snow, man, people just freak out. What is it about French toast and snow? You guys ever wondered that question? Because every time you go to the grocery store, if the weatherman says we're going to get some snow, milk, bread, and eggs are gone. So I don't know. That's the ingredients you need to make a good old French toast. So I think something about the cold weather makes us want it. Just add a little maple syrup and butter. It's a home run. But enough about that. I'm sitting in my office, safe and sound, warm and toasty, looking outside at the cold, frigid stuff falling. Thought I'd open up the camera and shoot a video. So let's take a look and see what we did yesterday. First off, met a couple of fellow YouTubers from the area right off the bat and talked about them yesterday, gave them a shout out. But Braden from BMR Cards and young man getting his channel going, getting off and running. Really cool channel, and I know I've told you guys go check him out, but he showed up and he brought us this. Knew I was going to be there, and I wasn't expecting him to bring me a card. We just did a trade not that long ago, but man, he brought me a Navarro Bowman, number 6 out of 53. So it's a number jersey number card. 53 is his number. 53 is what the card's number to. So we got a 6 out of 53 Navarro Bowman. Love Bowman, man. He was a beast until he got hurt. Monster outside linebacker. So that was pretty cool. And then thanked him for that. And then we met Kevin and Lucas from Corner Kick Lucas. And again, if you haven't checked those guys out, make sure you go check their channel out as well. Father-son team. They do a lot of cool stuff. A lot of great box and pack openings. And just great guys, man. And, you know, both of these guys and everyone that we've met so far in the community, that's the one thing I'll say is when you see these videos and you hear these guys behind the camera, a lot of times they're just like everyone else. They're just like you and me. You know, I'm just like the rest of them. I mean, I'm a guy sitting in my office shooting cards that I love to collect and open up packs because I'm having a blast and just want to share it with you guys. So when you meet them in real life, most of the time they live up to what they are behind the camera. They're the exact same people, and that's the way the case was this week. And everybody we met was just really genuine, really nice, and it was awesome to make those personal connections. So look forward to growing those relationships and see what happens in the future. But he showed up, and I had a little something for Lucas, and didn't expect anything in return, but he said, hey, I got some cards for you as well. So he gave me a big old stack of cards. I haven't looked through these, so we'll discover what was in here together. And looks like it's going to be a lot of 49er stuff for the PC, which is awesome because that's what yesterday was about, building my PC. And we got a Dante Pettis Unparalleled rookie. Big fans of Dante. Young man is stepping it up. My daughter's made him her personal collection, so she's got a lot of the Dante cards that I open and people send. They go to her. So keep those Dante Pettis cards showing up, man. She loves them and gets a kick out of them, and I love making her happy and getting her grounded in the hobby. So we've got a Dante Pettis patch card, Premier Jerseys patch card from Prism. Very cool. We got a rookie introduction, Dante Pettis. So getting a nice little swell going on with the Pettis collection. Richie James. Richie James has stepped in a couple of times and made some plays, so pretty excited to see what he holds. I think we're putting together decent little receiver, young receiver core. If we can get good, healthy quarterback that can step in and a line to protect them, we might have something moving. Marquise Goodwin. And this one looks like it's got a couple of cards in here, so we'll open that up. We got our first one is Illusions and Pierre Garçon with Jerry Rice. And I think that might be 2017 Illusions. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Very nice card there. Got a Mike Davis rookie. And we got a Colin Kaepernick. Topps Platinum. And the next one up, we got a Dante Pettis Elite rookie card. The Huskies jersey. Huskies uniform 4. Cool card there. And I guess I ought to see. Yeah, none of those are numbered. We got the rookies from Donruss. Dante Pettis. Awesome. We got a Jimmy G, the Elite Series. Very cool card there. Get better, get better. I hear he's already out on the practice field, at least as a observer, which is cool. Trent Taylor, rookie card. And yeah, class of 2017, so that was last year's rookie. Stars of the NFL. Steve Young, one of our all-time favorites. Very cool. And we got the boy Reuben Foster's rookie card. Oh, man, I wish this young guy would just get things straight, man, off the field. Because I'm going to tell you, he's a beast on it when he wants to be. But he's got to get himself under control like a lot of these players do. I know there's a lot of hatred and stuff being thrown around with Kareem Hunt. But I always look at it like, you know, he's a human too. And he's done some terrible things. But, man, I feel bad for everybody in that situation, including what he's done to his career and what he's done to his personal life. But these guys, man, they're thrown into the fire sometimes with stardom, lots of money, and it goes to their head a little bit, and they lose sight of who they are and what's important. I hope some of them will find a mentor, find some way to get themselves in check and figure out what kind of special things they could do because of the platform they've been given. But we'll see how it all shakes out. Legends Series, Steve Young. Very cool card there. And then we got Matt Breida rookie. Very nice. That is out of Select. That is awesome. Prism. Very cool card. We got another Mike Davis rookie out of Prism. And then we got a Jared Hayne rookie out of Prism. So very cool. Thank you guys for that wonderful gift. Unexpected, but much appreciated. And thank you guys for what you're doing in the community. So that was a lot of good stuff there. And then from the show itself, what we got, and I'll just kind of run through these pretty quick here. We got, found a couple of loose pack cards. Ronnie Lott. Picked up this nice Roger Craig card. Love the shimmer on the background in his Nebraska uniform. Pretty cool card. And that's numbered 101. Whoops, if I don't throw it at the camera. 101 out of 150. So pretty cool there. Then I picked up a Steve Young. And this was out of Unparalleled. This was called Dual Threats. And 96.8 quarterback passing rating. 4,239 career rushing yards. So great quarterback with his arms, could beat you with his feet. Did a lot of things. This guy was just ridiculous to watch. Left-handed quarterback, came from a different angle, could throw off a defense if they weren't careful, and he beat many of them. But awesome card. Then we picked up a George Kittle rookie. Young man doing work. Like to see that. And we got our Roger Craig clear acetate card. Love this one. I just like the way it looks, so I wanted to go ahead and grab it. And then we got the Jerry Rice from Topps Chrome. So never can go wrong with Jerry at any point. And then let's see, my son was with us, and he picked up a few. He picked up this patch auto from Origins, rookie card for Dante Pettis, and got that for, of course, his sister, which is awesome. I love that my kids will share into this stuff together, and you know, my kids aren't young. My son's 30 and my daughter's 18, but the fact that they have found common ground, you know, in something like a card hobby is awesome, and they can share that together and just keep it going. And then we got a Carlos Hyde auto, and that one was numbered 38 out of 49. And he picked up the Steve Young, and that is game worn. Pretty sure he said it was game worn. Yeah, game worn material, numbered 22 out of 75. So that was a pretty nice pickup there. And then he got a CJ Beathard auto from Contenders. Let's see. Yeah, Contenders, and that's a Contenders Optic. And that's not numbered, but nice little CJ Beathard card. And CJ's got skills, man. I think he's going to find his way somewhere. If they can put a team, somebody can put a team around him. He's got a bunch of skills that could really be utilized. He and Mullins, for me, when I watch him play as a coach, not as a fan, but as a coach, he and Mullins have very similar skill sets, and I think you're seeing similar productivity. They just don't have the weapons that they haven't had time to gel with the team yet. And I think when they put it all together, man, there are some nice young weapons with the 49ers right now. So keep an eye on what those players do. And then our next set, these two cards I picked up. I was looking at this one. The Dante Pettis, the green scope from Spectra. And just because that is an awesome card. 15 out of 30. It says 15. I didn't pay 15 for it. I'll tell you what I paid in just a second. But I was looking at this one because this is one my daughter doesn't have. So I figured, well, let's grab it and put it in the PC. But while I was looking at it, you know, it was a funny day at the car show yesterday because of the snow. These guys were all freaking out. Nobody was going to show today because of the snow, so they were trying to cut deals and get out of the show early. So a lot of the vendors were packing up early. So I was standing there looking at this one, and he comes over and he puts this in front of me. That's a Roger Craig auto from 5 Star and Topps. And let's see, that is, yeah, I don't think it was numbered or anything, but he had, I think it was 35 on this card. And you can see it was 15 on that card. And while I was looking at this one, he put this one next to it, and he said, take the pair, I'll give them to you for 25. So I said, well, you know, that's awesome, because I was going to look at buying this one anyway. And Roger Craig's one of my all-time favorites, so it's always good to get an auto from a guy like that. And yeah, that is a clean auto on card, so you can't go wrong with that. Funny story about Roger Craig and his auto. I'm going to be taking a fan faithful cruise with the 49ers in February, and Roger Craig will be there. Jerry Rice is going to be there, so a bunch of the 49ers will be on there doing autographs and things like that. So I'll get some stuff autographed from these guys, but I thought it was interesting. I did not have a Roger Craig auto, and got on the cruise list to be able to go so I could get one and then find one at a card show. So you never know what you're going to get, but keep a deal. When you go to card shows, always keep an eye and talk to them and figure out, you know, what you can do, what kind of deals they'll work out, especially as you get to the end of the show, because those guys are willing to wheel and deal to get rid of some of their inventory, to get it out of there, make as much as they can before they either head to the next show or head home. So that's what happened with this next pair of cards as well. I was looking at this card, which was pretty cool. Joe Montana, Chiefs and 49ers. And, you know, I'm a huge Montana fan. Of course, he's my all-time favorite. I got just about everything autographed from him. I've got a helmet from the Chiefs. I had a helmet from the 49ers, and I gave that to my son when he bought his first house. So that's in his office right now, at his home office. But I've got pictures, and I've got plaques, and I've got everything signed by Joe Montana. So, you know, for me, he's my guy. And so when I saw this card, I was looking at it. Both pieces are game-worn jerseys. So it's a piece of Kansas City jersey, piece of the 49er jersey, numbered 150 out of 250. And the card's titled Changing Stripes. I pulled for him in both places, man. There's only a few teams that I've ever pulled for outside of the 49ers. And that's probably the Bills when they were making their run with Kelly and Thurman Thomas and Bruce Smith and all of those guys. You know, I pulled for them a lot. I was a big Bruce Smith fan. He played at Virginia Tech while I was playing ball in school. I played DN. He played DN. We both wore 78. I wore 78 because he did. But, you know, he was just a beast to watch. So I became a Bills fan then, watched them and cheered for them for a little bit. And then when Montana went to the Chiefs, couldn't help but to pull for Joe. I got to follow that guy wherever he goes. So pull for the Chiefs while he was there as well. But just a cool card. So I was looking at this one, and I think he had something ridiculous. I think it was like $40 for this card. And I wasn't going to pay $40 for it, but I was holding it in my hand and, you know, was interested, but wasn't that interested at 40. So then he came up with this card, which is one that I did not see in his case. So I don't know where he got this from. It wasn't on the table. It wasn't in his case. He must have had it behind the table or behind the case, but he came out with it. And this is one that I was looking at picking up on eBay, and I was actually going to, you know, I was going to pay a little bit more than what I paid for these two cards just for this one. And this is 2016 Black Gold, and it's the 2000 Panini Hall of Fame symbols, Joe Montana. That's the year, you know, he was inducted, and it's got the gold shield for the Hall of Fame, and that's numbered. The only thing I wish, that's numbered 15 out of 50. If that had been 16, oh my goodness, that'd have been a home run for me. But so I picked this card up, and he put this one down next to it, and he said, you know what? He said, Snow Special, I'll give them both to you for $35. So I went ahead and grabbed them. I figured I couldn't go wrong with that. I was looking at paying probably close to $50 for this when I saw it on eBay. I think the one I looked for, I've seen them going for a little bit more than that, a little bit less than that, but around that $50 mark. So I figured $35 to get the double patch, to get the Montana Hall of Fame shield, black gold, super thick card. You know, I thought that was pretty awesome. So they are now going to sit in my private collection. And then something happened that, you know, will just kind of show you some of the cool things that can take place in a hobby. You know, there was this one older gentleman, had a few things set up on his table. Not many people were talking to him, looking at his stuff. It was a lot of vintage cards and things like that. But I don't know, about some point in the afternoon yesterday, his whole display fell. I felt so bad for him. So, you know, we got everything picked up and things like that. Well, we couldn't stand not to support him in some way. So he was trying to wheel and deal, and we bought a couple of things from him. He didn't have a lot of great stuff, but we ended up getting 2 of McDonald's All-Star Team Play to Win cards. So these were rub-off cards from McDonald's in a promotion that they did. Joe Montana's. We got 2 of those because he had 2 available, so we just went ahead and bought both of them. Figured one will go in my collection and one will go in our son's. Then we picked up a Roger Craig rookie. I think I have one in my set, but it's in an older set and it's not sorted out, so I just went ahead and picked it up and figured, well, let's just take advantage of it, and we'll get a card and give him some business as well. And then he had this really cool Frank H. Fleer bubblegum card of Merton Hanks autoed. And Merton Hanks, man, back in the day he was one of my guys. I loved watching him play. If you guys are old school 49er fans, I know we got some on the channel. But this guy, man, he was so awesome. He'd make a play and he'd give you that rubberneck dance. He had a long old neck and he'd rubberneck that dance. And it was just a lot of fun to watch. So if you don't know what rubbernecking is, go look up Merton Hanks on YouTube. I'm sure you're going to find a video of him somewhere doing his thing. But he was a lot of fun to watch, so I grabbed that as well. Then after the show, we headed over to a local card shop, the Co-op Card Shop. Just a cool little store, man. It's a co-op, so a bunch of different vendors there selling everything from game cards, Pokemon cards, and Magic and stuff like that to sports stuff. Last night was all sports because of the card show that was here. And a bunch of us ended up over there, and they did a little thing with some raffles and brought in pizza. And we got to meet some other YouTubers there that I didn't even realize were local or near local. But we met Big D for Life. Cool guy. Got a great channel set up. I checked his channel out when I got home and went ahead and subbed to his channel. So I'll be following him for a little bit and see what he's up to. He's local here near where I am, so he's not too far away. And then Jeter02. So those are 2 new guys if you want to check them out and see what they're going on. What they've got going on. I subbed both of them, and I figure I'll watch them for a bit, see what they're doing, and get involved with what they've got going on as well. Support them a little bit. But Big D for Life, Jeter02. It was awesome meeting those guys there. And then in the raffles was pretty awesome because we sat there and they were raffling everything away from packs of cards to supplies to t-shirts, and we were just sitting there laughing because none of us were winning anything. They weren't calling their numbers at all. And then all of a sudden, towards the end, a string of events just started occurring, and my son ended up knocking out like 3 prizes in a row. I think he got a gift card on eBay. He picked up a t-shirt. He got this cool, I'll back it up here so you can see it, Brian Bosworth photo, helmet off. Man, if you guys remember Brian Bosworth, if you don't, look him up. He's a funny dude. He came out with a bunch of attitude. He was ripped from head to toe. A lot of steroid use back in the 80s. But this is Bosworth. This is how he played. Helmet off. He didn't care. He was going to be in the mix. And he said he was a monster, and he played like a monster. But nice auto photo of Brian Bosworth. It's a cool, funny story about this guy is he talked a lot of stuff. Usually he backed it up until one game. He talked a little bit too much smack about one Bo Jackson. Told him he was going to contain him by himself. And they met in the red zone on about the 5-yard line. And if you go back and watch that video, Boz stepped up, did his job just like any linebacker should. He hit him in the hole. He squared him up, and Bo just kept right on running, picked him up, carried him into the end zone, ran right over top of him. And that was a defining moment in both of their careers because that was Bo versus Boz, and Bo won. So that was cool. But then he picked up this card, which was really, really awesome and unexpected. He got a Cal Ripken Jr. autographed card, and I think this card from Leaf was exclusive for the Hobby Shop Day, because yesterday was Hobby Shop Day, National Hobby Shop Day, and you can see the symbol there for the National Hobby Shop Day. And these were given out, I'm assuming, to the hobby shops to utilize for their promotions and things to get people in and give back to the community. And my son was able to win that, so that was really, really exciting. One of his favorite all-time baseball players, Chipper Jones, Cal Ripken Jr., you know, they were two that he looked up to. Of course, I looked up to Cal Ripken. Cal Ripken, Ripken, man, he played a long career at Baltimore. So, you know, he was an Iron Horse, and I think he was the Iron Man. He's got the record for most consecutive games played without missing any. And that's a lot to say when you're talking about the grueling schedule in baseball. I think it was over 2,600 games straight that he played. So phenomenal card. Super excited that we landed that one. And then I hit one win at the end. And I hit this gorgeous Barry Sanders photo, autographed at the top. So really, man, really excited about that. Barry was just a monster on the field. I'd say if Barry, I say like a lot of people, man, if Barry had the line of, the offensive line in front of him that Emmett had, or some of those other backs back in the day, I think Barry by far would have been maybe the greatest running back to ever hit the turf, because this guy was doing things, and he cut his career short himself. He retired, just lost the passion for it, lost the drive, and said, "I'm going to stay out here and get hurt, or I'm just going to hang it up and be happy with what I've done." And he hung it up. So good for him knowing when to get out. A lot of guys hang on it too long. I think he had several years left in him, but not my decision. That was his decision. I certainly respect that. But that was awesome to get this Barry Sanders autographed photo. So that's our day at the card show. And this video has been a little bit long, 26 minutes. So if you hung in there to the end, man, good on you, and thank you for holding on. But I do like to share some things that we do outside of just opening packs, and you know, it's just a good way to just kind of reconnect and you know, build more content for the channel, but also to show you the kind of things that we're doing and that's possible. So it's not always just about going out buying expensive hobby boxes and looking for hits. Sometimes it's just about making connections, going out to card shows, seeing what's available, picking up some fun stuff, hanging out with other people who enjoy the hobby, building those relationships, and just furthering the community. So thank you guys so much for being a part of what we're doing. I know I say that a lot, but I want you guys to know it's never in vain. I appreciate everyone who watches and comments on this channel. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Started out just as a way for me to get reconnected to the hobby. I thought it would be fun to put these videos up, and the more I do it, the more I love it, and love that you guys are chiming in as well. So if you haven't already, if you've watched this video and you want to see what we're opening, of course, you can go to the channel and check out some of our other videos, or you can always hit that subscribe button right under this one. Little bell sitting next to it. If you click that, you'll be notified when we upload new videos, and we've got a lot of videos coming, as we've been talking about on some of our upcoming videos. We just finished our 250 push to get to 250 subscribers. We knocked that out this past week. In fact, we blew by it, and we're sitting over 400 subscribers right now. I think it's at 419 or something when we're making this video. But 419 subscribers means we're that much closer to 500. And we've got more stuff planned, bigger giveaways, better boxes to open, a lot of new products still to come out. And we're going to be shifting into doing some baseball on the channel as well. So we'll mix that in and let you guys know what's going on with that. But as always, until our next video, go grab some packs, bust them open, see what you get.